steamed terry from the Hardwick, Abergavenny, just outside Abergavenny. The Hardwick's all about just a good, honest delivery of quality food. Our philosophy is based on simple produce, local where possible, which is quite a lot. I mean, all our livestock and most of our veg is local. But what we don't get locally, you know, we get some nice stuff from Italy, France and Spain, but that's it. We don't get anything further than that. At the end of the day, it's Ronseal cooking. It does what it says on the menu. Okay, so third course, nice little simple dessert. You can use Panettone, which is a traditional Italian Christmas cake, which I absolutely adore. I think they're just absolutely fantastic. Get lots of different versions of them. Obviously, lots of different names. I mean, you know, Italian's got a different name from village to village for the same thing, but there's different versions of Panettone, different fillings and coatings. But this is your basic sort of Panettone, which is it's got peel in it and dried fruit, you know, sultanas, orange peel, lemon peel, all cooked down, and it's like candied. So it's lovely. You've probably had it before. I mean, most people have it. Most supermarkets sell them. So we're going to take a slice of that. We're going to put it into some beaten egg, so it's like eggy bread. We're going to fry it in a little bit of butter each side just to colour the egg. And then we're going to segment an orange. At the moment, we've just got the oranges, but very soon we're getting some lovely the satsumas and then the clementines, essentially. And we're going to caramelise the segments in a little bit of sugar, splash of cream, and put that over the top of the panettone so it's been fried. And just finish with a nice scoop of, we make a nice Seville orange marmalade ice cream, which is absolutely delicious. It's like eating marmalade on toast. It's just like, oh, it's nice and buttery. But you can use any ice cream, whatever your favourite. You know, you can use a chocolate one or whatever, but just nice ice cream. That's it, simple. So it's nice and warm, you know, and it's nice and seasonal. You can buy smaller. We obviously use a larger panettone because we use this on the menu anyway. We do a really nice panettone bread and butter pudding. It's like a creme brulee, but with panettone in it, and then we glaze the top. So it's like a bread and butter pudding brulee, if you get the way. See where we're coming from. So take the paper off. They're always a little bit cooked on the bottom. That's just the nature of them. So you just need to sort of take a little bit off the bottom. Give that to the birds, or give it to the apprentice. Oh yeah. A nice thick slice, like so. I'll have a nice. Oh, look at that. Adam wants that. So, right, so I'm going to put that in the egg, just to let that soak in the egg for a minute or two. While we're doing that, get the orange ready. Top and tail the orange. You could, if you like, I got this thing, right, okay, I don't like the outside of oranges. I don't eat fruit, like citrus fruits, because I don't like all the pith and the skin. I just never liked it as a kid, you know. So, I'm going to take the skin off the orange, and I'm going to segment it. Therefore, there are no there's no pith, there's no skin, and it's just the pure fruit from inside. And you can do this however you feel more comfortable doing it. You could peel it. I just like to go around with a knife and take everything off. Try not to waste, keeping the knife close to the inside of the skin, but taking majority of the pith with it. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. I don't mind it when it's been cooked down and it's in marmalade. That's great. And like the Seville orange marmalade ice cream we're going to serve with it. Has that really nice, that bitterness from the skin and the pith, which I really like and works well with the dish. Just turn that over now. You see that started to soak in. And you see my butter's gone a little bit too dark there, so that's what you don't want. You don't want it to go too dark like that. If it's like that, just pour it away. Wipe the pan out. It's okay if it goes a little bit brown, nut brown. That's a little bit too much there. Just pass the butter over, please, David. A little pot of butter. All right, Adam, thank you. It's a bit like the omelette. It's not going to take long to cook at all. I mean, there's nothing to actually cook in the panettone. It's a sponge. You don't need to cook it. We're just making it hot.
Is this water in your pan?
I just put a little bit of water in because the pan was a little bit too hot. So the best way to cool it down is put a bit of water in. You can see, gauge from how the water's evaporating how hot the pan is. I want it to be reasonably hot because I've got to put the sugar in there to caramelise it, you know, quite quickly. So I'm just going to run the knife in between the segments to remove like what we call the fillets. It's a bit like when you segment a grapefruit for breakfast. And you don't have to be sort of too accurate in terms of leaving a bit of orange inside, because we're going to squeeze that orange juice into the pan with the sugar. We don't want to get any pips in there. So there's our segments and our orange ready to squeeze in. So our butter's nice in there now. Take a panettone, take off the excess egg. Just place him in the butter. So we just want to gently colour that. We don't want to do it too fast, it'll burn. It's just, you know, it's bread. There's nothing worse than burnt bread or toast. So I've got some sugar. It's just caster sugar, white caster sugar. You could use different sugars with different flavours. You could use a dark brown sugar. You could use a muscovado sugar. So we're just going to sprinkle some of the sugar. It's a dry pan. Don't forget that the panettone is slightly sweet itself, the actual sweet bread. But I haven't sweetened the egg. That's why we've got the sauce, the caramel sauce. So we'll squeeze this out. Just squeeze the excess juice out, like so. Discard that. A little bit of pith left on that one there. Don't want that. So as you can see, that's that caramel starting to cook now. See, that's just sugar in that's just sugar in a pan. It is. That's what it does in a dry pan. If it burns, you do it again. You know, it's nothing to be scared of. Caramel is the sort of point really just before it does burn. You know, it's that brown colour before it goes black. Like most things, they go brown before they go black. You know, when it's brown, it's ready. When it's black, it's, you know, there is a word for that, but I won't say that. So as that caramel, that is stinking hot there. So we'll put the juice into that. So the juice goes into the caramel, mix the pan around. We'll add the segments in now. We need to turn this panettone over. And it goes nice and... if you imagine a sponge, there's butter in a sponge, as you can imagine, okay? So when the sponge is cold, you know, that butter is solidified, you know, it's cooked in the mixture. But when you warm it up, it loosens its texture and it's nice and soft. It's beautiful. It's really nice. So add a splash of cream. You could add creme fraiche. I've got a splash of cream here, just into the caramel sauce with the oranges. Can I have a starter plate, please, or a hot wing plate out of the hot plate, please? Might be worth just, with a bit of kitchen paper, just lifting it onto a piece of kitchen paper just to drain off any excess butter. Sorry? Do you for breakfast? Why not? That goes on there like so. Oh, hello. There's our caramelised oranges. Don't need to cook them down too much. Nice and wet. Like so. I'll get that ice cream. And obviously, the ice cream that I'm using ties in with it because it's oranges. And then goes in there. It may stay on top. There we are. And that's our panettone, well, eggy bread panettone with caramelised oranges and Seville orange marmalade ice cream. Yum, yum.